What's going on, Pacers? If this is your first time joining us, well, that's just a little sad. My name is Will, and I'm the sports editor on the Peace Times.
I'm Caitlin Richards.
I'm Alex Garrison.
I'm Bergen Gillespie.
I'm Nick Sidwell.
And this is Peace Talks.
On Monday, January 28th, Mindfulness Monday will be hosted in Dinwiddie Chapel from 12:15 to 12:45. WPU Connection Spring Kickoff is also taking place on Monday. Meet in the Pacer Hub Student Commons at 6 p.m. On Tuesday, January 29th, a campus forum on diversity at WPU will be taking place at 3:30 p.m. in the Pacer Hub Student Commons.
On Wednesday, January 30th, the Political Science Club will be meeting from 6:30 to 7 p.m. in Flow 113. On Thursday, January 31st, the Anime Club will be meeting from 6 to 8:30 p.m. in Flow 320. On Friday, February 1st, Black History Month interactive photo display begins. This will be taking place all day in Belk Dining Hall during the African American Quiz Bowl rule briefing at 3 p.m. in Flow 110.
All right, this week in sports, we're going to start off with women's basketball. Their last game was last night. They lost to Meredith, unfortunately, 56-50. Michaela Ray had another double-double. She had 15 points and 16 rebounds. Mariah Ballin, she finished one rebound shy of a double-double herself with 14 points and 9 rebounds. For women's basketball, their next game will not be until January 28th, and that will be against Brevard at 6 p.m. here at Peace. So now on to men's basketball. Their next games will be this weekend. They play Huntington College, and then they play LaGrange College the next day. They are currently, I'm going to pull up their record, they're 7-10 on the season and 3-6 in conference. So come out and support the men's basketball team if you get a chance this weekend. All right, Pacers, this is something new we're going to be doing. We're going to be having two separate podcasts, one where we're just going to talk, Peace news, and then this one is going to be more conversational. We're going to talk, sports conversation. We're going to have pop culture. We're going to have a topic of something going on here at Peace, and then we're just going to have a serious topic of something going on in the world today. All right, so this week in sports, for all the baseball fans out there, you know that the ballot for the 2019 Hall of Fame class came out just a couple days ago, and that was Edgar Martinez, Mariano Rivera, Joe Holliday, and Mike Mussina were the four to get in. And I agree with that. I like the class this year, especially because I'm a Yankee fan, Mariano Rivera. I'm glad he finally got in. But I would like to see Barry Bonds get in. If you don't know Barry Bonds, he holds the all-time record for home runs. He's got 762. He's been eligible to get into the Hall of Fame for 7 years now. And obviously, if you follow it, the reason he hasn't gotten in was because he used steroids. But my whole thing is no steroid is going to help you square up the ball, though. And when you hit a home run, you have to hit it perfectly, and he holds the record for that. And I happen to know a couple people that played in the major leagues around that time, and they were around him, and they said that he was a Hall of Famer without the steroids. So, I don't know. That's just kind of my take on it. It's definitely something to have good sports conversations about. So next, obviously the Super Bowl is next weekend. It's going to be Patriots versus the Rams. I'm going for the Rams because screw the Patriots.
Everybody hates the Patriots.
Everybody.
Unless you're the Patriots.
Yes.
They're cheaters.
Yeah. But, yeah, Patriots beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and then Rams beat the Saints. Questionable. Saints. Questionable calls.
Terrible.
But nonetheless, so it will be Sunday, February 3rd. It's taking place in Atlanta at the Falcon Stadium. It's going to be 6:30 Eastern Time, and it's going to be on CBS. So the one thing that I really have to talk about when it comes to that is, of course, if you watch, you know this, both championship games went into overtime, and I think that's the first time that ever happened. I think that the NFL needs to change their overtime rule. So if you don't know, basically how overtime works is the team, they do the coin toss, and then you can choose, to receive or defend. And in overtime, you always pick to receive because the first team to score a touchdown automatically wins the game, and the other team doesn't even get an opportunity to score. Now, if the team that gets it first just gets a field goal, then they get an opportunity. But I think that needs to change, and I've heard a lot of sports analysts talking about this lately, and they think it needs to change as well. Because, I mean, let's just be honest, when Tom Brady won the coin toss the other night, you knew the game was over. And that's a shame because Patrick Mahomes, who's going to be probably the MVP of the league this year, didn't even get an opportunity to touch the ball in overtime in a game that decided who was going to the Super Bowl. So, excuse me, I think that needs to change. And lastly, the NBA All-Star Game ballots came out today, I think. The All-Star Game is going to be on February 17th, and it's actually going to be here in Charlotte, or not, we're in Raleigh, but it's going to be in Charlotte this year. So how the All-Star Game works now, and they started doing this last year, they basically vote on players from each conference, Eastern and Western conferences, and basically the players that get the top amount of votes, they are going to be the captains for that conference, and then they can pick whatever teams they want. And this year, for the Western Conference, LeBron James got that vote. And then in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo got the vote. So I'm looking forward to seeing who they pick. They don't televise the draft, unfortunately. A lot of people think they should do that, but they do not. But yeah, that's really all we got for sports this week. So tune back in next week. We'll have plenty more to talk about.
Welcome back to Peace Pop. I'm Bergen.
I'm Alex.
I'm Caitlin.
And the first thing that we're going to talk about is Bachelor. We are all caught up and ready to go.
Yes.
I think we should start out by, who do we think's going to make it to the end? Who's like our favorites so far?
Hannah G.
Yeah,
Hannah
I'm
G.
definitely
I think
all
I think
Hannah
she's
G.
winning it all,
Well, I mean, she was the one who caught his attention at first.
right?
So,
Okay, yeah. I think she's going to win it all, and
and she's not involved in any of the drama.
like she's normal.
I really like Cassie a lot too, though.
Elise is growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
At first I was like, oh, whatever, like, the whole Colton's Cougars thing. I'm like, I'm here for it, but, like, I'm not really, like, I didn't have, like, a whole, like, I wasn't really, like, interested in it. But then Elise was all, like, amazing.
Yeah,
She had a really good one-on-one.
Yes, her one was it was awesome.
Yeah.
She's definitely who's grown on me. I like her a lot more
Yeah.
now.
And, like, in general, Colton has been growing on me because, like, he's now getting fed up with the virgin talk, too.
Yes.
So I'm, like, glad we're all on the same page here. It's just ABC
Well, and then he's finally
egging
starting
it
to
on.
notice all the drama, and he's not. And I like.
He's not here for it.
No, get out.
Yeah. I think Hannah B's going to be gone soon. Like, there's no way she's...
I'm surprised she isn't gone yet.
Right? And I think Kaylin is going to make it far.
Yeah, I do too. They seem to have a tight connection.
Yeah.
I like Cassie a lot though because on there, well, they didn't have a one-on-one, but he pulled her aside before the rose ceremony, and he was talking about how he can be himself with her, and she gives him the butterflies and stuff like that.
Yeah. I also really like Heather. She's my other one that
Yeah,
I really
I think
like.
she's going to go far just because they can, like, relate on the whole virgin thing or whatever. But
She
she's
also
not...
seems
But she's,
chill.
like, cool about it. She's like, whatever's. Like, it's not, like... Both of them are, like, don't think it's, like,
it's
a big deal. So that's good.
And then I think my other favorite person is Nicole, just because she's very chill.
I just
kinda
like the
laid
normal
back.
ones. Like,
Yeah.
I love Demi just for the drama because I gotta have some entertainment with my
like
Bachelor.
She's
Definitely
It's
cast
entertaining.
for the drama.
Oh, 100%. And I'm here for it. But, like, she has, like, a Corinne vibe to her.
Oh yeah,
for
they
me.
definitely said she's the new Corinne.
Yeah, which I don't think Corinne's gonna be happy about that because she's like, Corinne, I'm the only Corinne or whatever. But, yeah, I think that Demi will go on to, like, do Bachelor in Paradise and then, like, maybe do a couple seasons of that and then, like, start a blog or something. Like, that's where I see her going. Like, she's going to be one of the ones that starts her career off of this.
She'll
I
definitely be an
don't see-
Instagram influencer.
Yes, I definitely don't see her ending up with Colton. There's no way.
No. But she's using this as a platform, and I'm here for it. What else about Bachelor?
The feud between the two pageant girls, between
Oh,
Kayla
yeah.
and Hannah's been interesting.
I
feel like they definitely casted those two girls because they knew there was going to be something,
And
Well, I think their casting process was that they cast Kaylin, and then they were like, oh, we have another pageant girl coming in, and then that could be a dynamic. But I think because I think they genuinely cast Kaylin for, like, oh, she might be a good match. Because, like, you can tell which ones that ABC's like, oh, these are, like, some actual contenders, and then these are some ones that we're, like, going to just throw in there.
Yeah.
And Kaylin and Hannah B, obviously they were like friends, but then because Kaylin went farther in the pageant, that made Hannah B mad.
Get
Of course,
crazy.
their like friendship separated, and so now they have a lot of drama with each other on the
And
Bachelor.
who knows what's actually going
And
on.
Kaylin
between
wasn't
them,
even
'cause
doing
they're just-
anything. She was so chill. And then Hannah B went to Colton and was like, I should warn you about her. She's fake, all this stuff. And you know, that doesn't end well.
Yeah, craziness. I still can't believe she didn't get kicked off.
Like, she
That
hasn't
last
been sent
episode
home
after
yet.
she said something to him about Kaylin.
It is like one of the golden rules of Bachelor is the second you use your time to talk about somebody else, your time is very limited.
Yeah.
You do not have a lot of time anymore on the show. Like, between that and that's just like one of the golden rules. You know, the second you open up your mouth about somebody else on the show, like, you're done. Like, you're just done. And I'm like, I know they've watched it. I know they watch Bachelor, and I know they know this, but they do it anyway.
I really going back to Elise after her one-on-one, which was at a theme park with all of these kids.
Oh, it was so cute.
Colton, what is it?
He works with like a...
It's
like
called
a
Colton's
foundation.
Legacy
Yeah.
for, and it helps kids with cystic fibrosis.
Because his cousin?
I think it's his cousin,
I
yeah.
family member, one of them, they
Yeah.
have it. So he has like this charity going, and so he brought in a lot of kids at the theme park to see how she like acted
Would
with
react with it.
all of the kids, and they're so sweet. I really liked her after that.
Yeah, I really liked her after
She's
that
real
too.
mature. I
Yeah.
like her.
Well, and they were just cute together in that. With that, I thought. That was probably my favorite one-on-one that they've had.
The beginning
that
of the
one.
one-on-one when he's like, it's actually a group date. I would have had the same reaction
Yeah,
as Lisa.
she
I would have been like,
freaked
what you
out.
mean? But then the kids came out, and she's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
I liked it when she was scared of roller coasters and he took her on the roller coaster and it stopped at the top and she's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And it was just so he could talk to her and she's like, do you really have to stop it at the top just to talk to me? Like,
Yeah, that was cute.
You can stop it at the bottom. It's fine. Yeah.
This was a good
But
one-on-one.
in relation to Bachelor, did you see that Jersey Shore's Vinny and Pauly D are going to have their own MTV, like, reality dating show? And it's going to be called Double Shot at Love with DJ Pauly D and Vinny.
I did not see that.
I saw that. It's
I
definitely,
am stoked. Okay.
It'll be an interesting show. to say
Because
the least.
I loved Jersey Shore when it first came out, the first time. And then they did Jersey Shore Family Reunion, and I was, like, very here for it. And I just want to see more of them. And now they're going to try and find love. But, like, MTV dating shows, like, never really work. Do you remember, like, back in the day? I'm pretty sure, like, Flavor Flav had one.
Yes.
And then...
There were a couple.
And then there was
none of
Are
them
You the
worked.
One?
No, like, old school dating shows. And then do you remember the
Next.
guy with the hair? What was his name?
I know, Rock of Love.
Oh, Rock of Love. That was... What was his name? Hold on, let me Google it real quick. But, like, all these, like, MTV dating shows with Bret Michaels.
Bret Michaels,
Oh,
yeah.
so amazing.
It'll be funny, I think. I'll definitely watch it just to see how it goes.
Yeah, but, like, the fact that that show had, like, multiple seasons. Like, Rock of Love had multiple seasons. Like, it didn't work. It had 3 seasons. Like, what are you doing? Oh, it didn't work the first 2 times. Let's try a third. Like, what?
I guess. I mean,
I don't know.
Also, speaking of The Bachelor, Sean Booth is heartbroken over
Yes.
Caitlin Bristow being in a relationship with
And-
former Bachelor contestant Jason.
I love them together. Like, love them together. Did you listen to Caitlin Bristow's latest podcast?
I did not.
Okay, well,
I need to catch up.
maybe it was like 2 episodes ago, but she was Jason was on it too, and this was like post like every like their night out with the Instagrams and all that, and like them being like very public about everything. And I think that's where Sean is mostly like, why do you have to like put it out there like that and be very public? And I'm just like, who cares?
Well, I think a part of him was hoping to get back together with her because she was, I don't know. I think it was like she wanted to call it off, and he was giving her space, and they said that they were like working things out, but they splitted ways. Like it was fine. It wasn't a lot of drama. But now that she's so like in the open, in the public with Jason, I think he's getting his feelings hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, understandable, but like.
But it's life.
Like, let her do her thing, you know? Like,
well, and it's life. Like,
and like, Caitlyn
he's
is
a fitness coach.
Yeah, he's fine. He's cute. He's fine. He's not gonna have a problem. But like, why? Like, I'm just still stuck on the fact, like, why are you being so public about you being insecure about that then? Like, I just like see it as like insecurity, not like, yeah, like it's okay to be hurt, but like just chill, you know? Because Caitlyn also said that relationship had been over for a long time when they were living together in Nashville and stuff.
Well, you could tell it was like over for a while because they went like every day posting about each other on social media, and then went like 3 months without
anything.
Yeah.
Or like just very sprinkled.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like fine. Like move on. Like life carries on. But like, I don't know. Something just like rubbed me the wrong way. The way he like also was just like public about it. Because if he has a problem with her being public about her relationship, why do you need to go public about being hurt about it? Like, you have her number. Shoot her a text and be like, hey.
Yeah, for real.
Like, have a conversation with her. You don't need to be having, like, this he said, she said thing, you know? That's where I'm, like, hung up on it. But I love Jason and Caitlyn together.
Yeah,
like,
I
think, they're such a good couple.
So this week's discussion topic, if you go to Peace, you know that on the second and third floor of Flo/Presley, because they're the same building. The Breezeway. So they have these sitting areas that had couches previously. Well, this semester we came back, and, you know, I got out of class one day, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go sit down and relax a little while. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Tables and chairs, and they were orange, not green, school colors. So let's discuss, because a lot of people want the couches back.
yes, I want the couches back.
I liked the couches. I could focus more. I had a lot of room to put my stuff. Got my laptop out. I was just comfy because I have long breaks between classes. And it was nice to just sit on the couch and get my work done.
I really don't have an opinion on this. I don't really care all that much. I don't have an attachment to the couches. They got new furniture and I was like, cool. Like bring the couches back, leave them. I really don't care.
They've kept some little mini couches. What are they called? Just like seats
Oh, yeah,
with the
the little mini
tables.
ones.
Little seats.
The study chair.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
So on the third floor of Flo, there's a board and it says "Bring back the couches," and people have signed their name under that. And there's a petition going on. And so if you, we put a poll up on the Peace Times Instagram page. So if you want to go there and do the poll.
And about the poll, I would like to apologize for the 5 people who voted initially because.
Will doesn't know how to spell. So instead of
Couches.
where did the couches go?
He put where did the coaches go? So please revote if that was one of them. Also, keep an eye out for a story about the couches coming soon on the Peace Times website.
Maybe I'll get an opinion on this whole thing after I read it.
I hope so. We gotta have.
Or go sit at the new tables and see.
See
how you like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sit there for a little bit because it makes me. Maybe that's the point. It makes me more motivated to do work.
I bet you they took him. Like one of the reasons they took him away was because people would sleep there all the time. And they're probably like, people need to.
People would really pass out on this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like deep snoring.
Yeah.
In between classes, you need to not be sleeping and you be studying, and that's why they put the tables there.
Like absolutely KO.
Yeah, people take advantage of the couches sometimes. But you know what? Go sit at those tables and imagine. I could be sitting on a couch right now.
You just got out of class sitting in these uncomfortable desks. I don't want to sit in an uncomfortable chair at a table. I want to sit on a freaking couch.
So, in other words, fix it. Just kidding. Whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Go vote.
Go vote. Just vote. They'll see it. They'll get
Or
it.
sign your name on the board. And then take a
Yeah.
picture of it.
Yeah.
I said no.
So there's
You
proof.
said no.
After all that work.
After all that work, after I screwed up the first poll and went back and fixed it to get a no. Well, I guess that's
You
gonna.
said vote. I voted.
Yeah, I did. I guess I did that to myself.
If you want the couches back, do the poll on Instagram and go sign the petition on the 3rd floor.
Do it to it. All right, well, that's going to do it here on Peace Talks, and we hope to see you back next week. Well, not see you because we can't see any of you, but you'll hear us. But bye.